right? No rain.
No rain, which
So
is
it's a
perfect for our
time.
guests.
Here you go, right? Perfect
Yes.
time to make that call.
Mm-hmm.
And give a call to August Roofing so you can find out, make your appointment. You guys are going to be booked out to like 2026. I mean, with all the rain that we've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely busy. We have different crews with different skill sets, and so yes, I do have one of my 10 crews that's booked out till February of next year. You got a rather large job that we're on, but that's I mean, the thing with this period of time is I mean, the roof's not leaking anymore.
That's good.
Because the rain has stopped. It
right.
doesn't mean it's not leaking.
That's what I was doing.
And,
It's not leaking
Yeah, but the
anymore.
roof stopped leaking.
Yeah,
Right.
hey,
No
honey,
problem.
the roof stopped leaking.
Right.
We don't do anything. No. And people start, we get an opportunity to sit down and assess the situation, right? Some people now take that a little bit too long, and then they're calling me in October saying, "Oh my goodness, we had a leak last year. Can you get this done?" And the kind of rain we had this industry by next October, we're not going to probably be able to help you at all. And that, it kind of breaks my heart. I want to help everybody, but now's the time to really, assess the situation, get your estimates, get your information, but make your decision and get on a schedule.
You got to be proactive. I know it's a big expense, and people are going to try to put it off as long as possible, but it's in the long run. You may be causing more damage than good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, dry rot and stuff. There's a house that we just tore apart. Unfortunately, she didn't have the money. She had to wait some while, but the entire eve of her house is like $5,000 extra money on top of her project.
But now you guys handle financing as well, don't you?
That's correct. Yes, we have financing. We do whatever to try and make it work for you and get you fixed up, right?
What if your credit score is like 210? Then what?
What's that?
So what if your credit score is like 210? By the way, it probably should give you a proper introduction.
Oh yeah, huh? Who's this guy?
Who's that guy? Sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Chris Dyck with August Roofing is with us right now, and again, it's one of those things you don't think of very often until, to your point, you have to run out to Home Depot and buy a bunch of buckets and stick them all through the house.
Plastic
Make sure you're picking that stuff up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the other day I was thinking about you because I saw they were putting tiles on the roof, but they seem to have a bunch of tiles stacked on the roof. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, if we have an earthquake, it's going to be a lot of fun on the ground below that house. The stuff's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it's done. Like if we're doing a new construction house, you put the tar paper on and you stack all the tiles around, and because you got to finish all the stucco and all the paint, and we're the last people to be in. Otherwise, the painter would blast paint all over your tiles. Yeah. And so we were in business with the '94 earthquake, and I had a 10 house project, and about half of them were on the ground when I went and assessed it.
So it did happen. Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See,
I was
now
driving
you'll
down the
put
road.
one down, run down, climb down, get another one. Just do one at a time.
Yeah.
No, I found that to be really just hilarious. All right, I told you I want to focus a little bit on the solar panels because there's such a. I mean, my phone's ringing off the hook.
Right.
I get accosted every time I walk into Home Depot and or Lowe's.
Yes.
Yeah, you ever think of solar panels? Yeah, every time I walk in here, I think of solar panels. You guys won't leave me alone. But I'm learning more and more. We have Bree King come in, she's a real estate person here in town, and about whether you sell right, whether they're on the house, you bring them in, how do you get them inspected, and what they cost. And
leasing,
people still
buying, right? You have different options.
I'm very confused as to whether you should lease or buy or that. And I know we hit that, but people were still asking questions about it. And look, you're the expert. If you were buying a house or you were doing it, what would you do and why?
Well, again, it comes down to your assessment. We really got to get out there, see what your system can produce, what kind of electricity you're using, and then your financial position, right? Because if you have money to invest in something, we may be able to take a look at your solar system and say, hey, this is better return on your money than you can get on the stock market, or you can get in so invested in this. Right. If you don't have money but have a large electric bill, you might want to go for the no money down leasing option, which is not as lucrative, but if you don't have the capital, then you're still making money. So it really comes down to it's, I'm answering like a politician or a lawyer right now, right? But you really have to get a proper assessment and balance it off with your goals and
It's
your,
individual, it
right,
sounds like.
and your resources, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like burning electricity, so I don't have solar panels. I get irritated because they keep calling me. It's like, don't you guys get together and say, okay, he keeps saying no, forget that number.
Exactly.
But apparently that's not in the cards.
Well, it's better, to your point about walking into a home improvement store and having people pitch you this idea, better to have somebody who can look at your roof, keep your roof maintained, who can also supply you with or install solar panels, right?
It's you've got to make sure that
One-stop
it
shop.
gets attached to the roof properly. I mean, with the amount of solar that we're having to take off and redo roofs just under the solar is it's off the charts this year.
Wow.
And people are paying, a third of what they paid for their solar system just to have that done.
Wow.
And that's just heartbreaking because now they spent money
Right.
and didn't get the value.
I was going to say, now it's not cost effective if you
Right.
got to do all that.
All right, Chris, how do people get a hold of you?
AugustRoofing.com. Fill a web form there, and it'll get to Armand. He'll call you up and get one of our project consultants to come out and do all this assessment so that we can get you the proper solution to your situation.
I love that name, Armand. It's just so
Yes.
very love.
And my neighbor, whenever he hears us, he always swears about the great job you guys did for him too.
Oh, that's
great.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
always good. I don't have somebody yelling at me when I get home. So that's
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Why do you have that guy on the radio?